Ruto has to be the biggest political user and abuser that I've ever seen. And I say this because Waititu's problems all started with Ruto. Ukifuata hiyo trail vizuri, back then when Waititu was governor of Kiambu, Ruto convinced him to take 50 million Kenya shillings from Kiambu County coffers and donate to Sudan. And Waititu did it, and that's when the rain began to beat Waititu. Because Uhuru hated him from that day, and he initiated several cases against Waititu, which are still active today. And the catalyst of all these issues are one William Ruto. Saizi yeye ni rais, na amezima simu, mteja hapatikani. And because of that, it seems Waititu will be in prison for a long time. He will finish a decade, 12 years, kama Nelson Mandela. And that's not a figure of my imagination. This evening, the High Court has decided to quash Waititu's appeal to his initial 12-year prison sentence, which means he has no other option other than to serve his entire 12-year sentence. Just check out this post from the Office of the Director of Public Prosecutions, and I quote, "The Director of Public Prosecutions has successfully opposed a bid by former Kiambu Governor Ferdinand Waititu, who is serving a 12-year prison term, to review his sentence. Lady Justice Lucy Njuguna, in a ruling delivered on 16th September 2025, rejected an application filed on 28th August 2025, in which the former county boss sought to overturn his sentence on corruption-related charges. In February 2025, Waititu was convicted and ordered to pay a fine of 53.5 million or serve 12 years in prison. In its ruling, the court found that he failed to uphold the principles of good governance and yada. Long story short, Waititu hakulipa pesa, so he's supposed to serve out the 12-year sentence. He is currently serving it. He has tried to appeal. The appeal has been rendered useless, basically. Now, before we even say anything Waititu, the Office of the Director of Public Prosecutions is a very funny office. It is one of the offices I would even say it needs to be disbanded. The same ODPP rushed to court to convince a judge to remove the cases against Oparanya. Now Oparanya, he's wanted for kuchukua kickbacks in Kakamega to the tune of 50-something million. But the same office, it is going after Waititu. Sasa, mtu ambaye inasemekana alichukua pesa through graft na EACC ndo imeleta evidence, nyinyi mnaenda mnapinga. Na mwingine sababu yuko kwa mambo ya 2-term, mnasherekea ati his appeal ikikuwa quashed. That is a double standard, and that office is very dangerous. It is one of the most political offices that we have in this country. Mtu ambaye anaekwa pale anaendelea kufanya praise and worship kwa yule ambaye ako State House. So it must be one of the things we are disbanding after 2027. But anyway, in line with that ruling by the High Court of Kenya, in this video I want us to look into some of the reasons why Waititu's appeal has been ignored. And with no further ado, let's get after it. Reason number 1, why Waititu's appeal failed. Ruto is the master of the long con. And he wants to stage a scenario where he comes out on top. Because now that Waititu is cooked, Ruto is the only remaining person in this country other than the people. Unajua wananchi wanaweza amua wavunje hiyo jela na watoe Waititu. No one will do anything. But that's a long shot. I don't think it will happen. So Ruto is the only person who, through pardon power, or power of mercy for that matter, can say Ferdinand Waititu aachiliwe. And the prison guards will have no other option other than to comply and let Waititu go scot-free. Even a judge cannot rescind that type of executive order. So you best believe Ruto will keep Waititu in prison long enough for him to think about his life. Alafu 2027 February or March, through pardon power, he will release Waititu, so that Waititu will be very grateful, akimbie kule Kiambu kusema mupigie Ruto kura, nilifikiria ni mbaya, ni mzuri, yendo amenitoa nje. But people are not fools. They'll know he's doing that because it's part of the deal. Badala userve 12 years, hiyo mbili umefanya ama 3 imetosha, na kupea pardon power ende nje ifanya campaign. So that is one strategy Ruto is looking at. Number 2, this is to serve as a lesson to other Mlima Kenya governors. You know, prior to Waititu being impeached, there's a time he was in the Senate. Sijui he was appearing before the Senate Public Accounts Committee, or which committee, but it should be the Public Accounts Committee, PAC. And it was discovered Kiambu County under Waititu gave 1 billion Kenya shillings to State House. Ikaenda kwa salaries, sijui ya former presidents, ikaenda wapi. Remember wakiuliza, is that the function of a county government or a national government? Hiyo tuachane nayo hata hiyo iko kando. It's besides the point. What we are learning here is that State House also receives kickbacks from county governments. So by President Ruto dealing with Waititu the way he's dealing with him, that serves as a warning to others like Wamatangi, who might not be giving those same kickbacks that President Ruto is expecting to enjoy like his predecessor. That they either toe the line or one day, one time, pia watakipata. And that's why you saw Wamatangi anabebwa na EACC the other day. There is a cartel that is money hungry. Even governors ni kama mti iko na matunda, inatingizwa paka kitu itoke. Na isipotoka wanakuja na shoka. That's the type of government we are dealing with, guys. Now, the third reason why this appeal failed, and it's a distant third, but I can't rule it out, it's because of revenge. You know, immediately after Ruto won, na Waititu alimsupport to the very best of his ability. Ruto alizimia Waititu simu. He used to be dragged to court alone, anapigia Ruto ashiki, ndo maana akatoka hiyo kambi akarudi huku kwa one term. In fact, these are some of the things Waititu used to say. Here's the tip.
Sindio? Niwaambia kitu moja. Mkiona sisi, kwanza sisi watu wa Mount Kenya, haki ya Mungu mjue sisi ndio tulichagua huyu Kasongo huyu. Haki ya Mungu tunalia usiku na mchana. Tunaomba msamaha kwa jamii yote ya Kenya hii. Mtatusamehea. Mtatusamehea. Mimi nakwambia huyu mtu ni muongo. Bila wewe hujaona. Alidanganya vijana. Mahasala ndio hao wakadanganywa. Mama mboga ndio huyo akadanganywa. Vijana wa boda boda bila wataweka pesa mfukoni. Si mnakumbuka? Mapastors wote na mabishop mnakumbuka pia walidanganywa. Ama namna gani? Na hata wasomi wote walidanganywa. Hakuna mtu anaweza sema mwingine alikuwa mjinga kushinda mwingine. Sisi wote tulidanganywa. Ama namna gani? Si ni kweli tulidanganywa? Lakini wacha niwaambie kitu moja. Juzi mmeona utafiti umefanywa ulimwengu mzima. Ule mtu mfisadi kabisa duniani hii anaitwa Ferdinand Waititu, yule alikuwa asili yule aling'olewa. Namba 2 katika ulimwengu kwa ufisadi. Sio mwingine ni Kasongo huyu rais wetu.
You know, you can't have your cake and eat it. Ruto wants Waititu to support him in 2022, aingie uongozini amzimie simu, but Waititu aendelee kumsupport, failure to which atamweka huko ndani for 12 years. You see the kind of person we are dealing with. Those who are being told to do shady deals on behalf of this government and the leadership in this government. Mutaitana peke yenu. The next EACC itapita na watu wengi sana. Hii Nairobi, their leaders who will be casualties. Watakuwa EACC throughout. In and out. Wanatoka hapo ni kotini. Let this be a warning to others. Don't do business with this administration, especially dirty business. Keep it by the book. Always by the book. If not by the book, have receipts. It is the only way watu wata survive. But anywho, guys, that's just my opinion. Do let me know your own comments in the comment section below, and I'll do my best to read them and to give you a response. And with that, here's today's ad of the day. If you're in need of electrical wiring, solar installation, or electrical fittings such as strip lights, snake lights, downlighters, or chandeliers, contact Engineer Wycliffe at 0707 476602, and he'll get your house dapped up. And if you're here for the first time, please go on and hit the subscribe button. And if you're watching from a different platform, just head on over to YouTube, search for David Wafula, hit the subscribe button. You're going to be getting a ton of content of this nature. If politics is something you're passionate about, this is definitely the one channel that you really need to subscribe to. All right, guys, adios. Thank you for choosing David Wafula as your primary news platform. We put countless hours in research, recording, and editing. By showing up each and every day to watch our videos, you encourage us to generate more videos for the viewers. We are on a mission to inform, educate, and build a better tomorrow. To our thousands of followers in a world full of presidents, kings, and queens, you are the real gem. Adios.